Alright, this is weird. There's no reflection probe. Oh, this is because this is completely smooth. What if I add a light probe? It won't update, will it? How do you bake light probes? I do not normally use light probes. So I think because I have baked lighting disabled. Alright, I might actually make another modification. So like I can add a constant ambient light right there, but that's not good. The skybox isn't good either because the skybox doesn't reflect the close reflection probes. So I think I might need to go into the code and change this so the environment lighting comes from the skybox. Because I don't want to, yeah, it's not going to support some materials correctly then with metallic. Well, back to shader modification, I guess. I was thinking... Alright, let's try and see where in the lighting code it adds that ambient lighting. So let's see, mix real-time and bake GI. This might be where it does it. I guess what I'm just going to do is I'm going to comment out these sections of code, and we're going to figure out which section, when I comment it out, it removes that lighting. Nice. I found it on the first try, so that's it. Now I also want to see if that's the reflection probe. Because if not, then I'm going to need to combine them. No, that's reflection probe too. This is going to be easy. Easy. At least now that I already know how it works. Alright, so we got our reflection, our Fresnel, our environment BRDF, our glossy environment reflection, which will be based off the environment BRDF. So surface reduction, indirect specular, indirect diffuse. So we're not going to do any diffuse. So we're going to do indirect specular times BRDF data.diffuse. And we're just going to return that. So let's see if that gives us what we want. That sure is an HLSL file. Yeah, this is one of Unity's HLSL files. It is a disaster. So I found another issue with the lighting. Oh man, every time I go to build something, I'm just like, the lighting looks wrong. I think this will fix it. Oh, that didn't fix it. Oh wait, that's because I commented it out, right? I didn't re-comment it back. No, I didn't. That explains it. Okay. Global illumination. Now that's a buzzword. Okay, come on. Give me beautiful reflections. No black, completely black shadows. Give me a nice shaded reflection in this. Come on. Please. Yes. Here we go. Awesome. Beautiful. So this now replaces the diffuse ambient lighting with, by default, Unity uses either a constant value, the skybox, or a mix of light probes. And this replaces it with the reflection, whatever reflection probe is being used. Which is absolutely wonderful. I'm a bit... I can't help but look at the math now. So this surface reduction, actually this is fine. This reduces the value. What about the Fresnel term? I'm worried that this ramps up the light value for the specular way too much. That's what I'm worried about. But this Fresnel term doesn't seem to go too high, so actually it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to my lighting patcher. As an option, because this is something I want, and I definitely think, I mean, I don't know how you can't think that this makes it look way better. So here, I'll go back to what it was before. So this is the default. It has a constant ambient light for diffuse, which I just think looks horrible. Like, the ambient light is like never constant. This is like old school cartoonish graphics right here. And I just feel like it's so disgusting when you consider that Oh, I had metallic on that. When you consider that, like, we have reflection probes available, like the reflection probe data is there in the shader, and that gives you really nice global illumination and approximation of ambient lighting. So there we go. But now I need to figure out how I want to patch this. And I'm probably going to need to go into Unity's code and make sure that they don't change this. I don't know. So far I'm supporting like Unity version 2019 and 2020. And the way I'm doing that is by like going through the GitHub and viewing all the changes between like 2019 and 2020. But yeah, maintaining multiple versions is like, so I think I saved something in my bookmarks about this. Maybe not. I think I found it. Yep, last commit 11 hours ago. Yep. This is it, lighting.hlsl. So what we're looking for is we want to see if this environment BRDF function has changed. Direct specular, indirect diffuse. This is really annoying how they just took this one really small function that was already small, and then for some reason they just split it into two different functions. That's annoying. And you know, I just realized it's not going to support newer versions that have clear coat and stuff like that, so I probably shouldn't even bother supporting the later versions. It would be nice if you could like write code for Unity and then you can expect that it would work in later versions of the Unity engine because it's the same engine. That would be nice thing to expect. Are you like replacing shader code? Yeah, I really don't like the way some of the Unity lighting works, so I made a patcher that goes through and fixes what I don't like about it. So now that I found another change I like, I'm adding it to my patcher. Uses environment man, this is so weird. In the Unity shaders, they call the reflection probes environment maps, so I was just about to call this environment diffuse, but it's actually like reflection diffuse, and Oh god, they use two different names for it. They call it reflection probe in the main engine, and then they call it environment maps in the shader. Diffuse reflection. I just need to make sure this indirect diffuse isn't also coming from light probes. Done much lighting shader stuff, but environment, I assume environment means it's using QMAT stuff with UDW blah. Yeah, I don't know. They can actually encode like the cube map however they want because it all goes through Unity functions. Like how we do sample texture cube LOD. They could store it in a texture 2D if they wanted to and then just use like a hacky function to put it together. Alright, global illumination, baked GI times occlusion. Times occlusion. Input data.baked GI. Wait, I'm so confused. So, is the input baked GI? Is the input baked GI the constant ambient? Let's comment that out and see if it disappears the ambient lighting. Yeah, it is. That's really annoying. So that means I can't choose between. What I really would have liked to do is add the reflection probe ambient lighting while also keeping light probes and baked lighting. But the fact that they feed that data into you already mixed with the baked lighting, there's no way for me to customize it. Disappointing. I tried to make some super fast SSAO for GL a while ago, mixed results. Yeah, I've found a bunch of screen space effects like that to actually be pretty slow. Like I'm gonna be honest, like post-processing effects that read many pixels off the screen are one like it really takes performance. Hold on, I gotta check on my cat. So I'm having some issues with my cat. I might need to take it to the vet. We'll see. I'll be right back. No, no, it's not. And because of lockdowns, I'm not even sure if we can take it to the vet. It's, yeah. Yeah, it's been coughing up blood for like 3 hours now. And recently started a medication where we're supposed to be watching and having regular blood work to specifically watch out for this. So, hey, Namori. Progress? Yeah. I found even a new feature to add to my lighting patcher using reflection probes um, instead of baked ambient lighting. So this whole thing can actually just become one. I just realized I might need to dynamically detect the end of this. How do I do it here? I detect the end. Here I detect the end. Here I detect the end. Okay. So let's see if there's anywhere else with this. Nope. Nice. So I can just search for that. Alright, so I need to... I guess I can just detect return C. I was gonna actually like do this in multiple lines, but actually, yeah, I can make this look kind of whatever. I don't really care. Thinking about how nice I want to make it look for people, but I'll make the shader code look fine, and that's what matters. Alright, so that will hopefully go through and replace the baked diffuse. We'll see right now. Nope, got an error. And it doesn't, Unity doesn't even let me select where it is. It's one of these. I could swear there's a way. I swear you're supposed to be able to double click that and open it up. It's obviously somewhere in the new code I added right here. Index and length must refer to a location within a string. It's most likely this, where it can't find. Oh my god, of course. I did that backwards. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot the semicolon. I don't know why my Visual Studio just crashed. This code seems pretty jank. Which one, the shader code or the C# code that's editing the shader code? See, this is weird. It's not rebuilding. It's not rebuilding the shaders. Reminds me of parsing HTML with regex. It is very similar to that. Wait, what is happening here? But I added it to the end. Oh my god, I get it. It didn't patch it. Oh, okay. And it's still not working. Unexpected token. Oh. I've got a bunch of errors there when I copied that code. I don't know, I think HTML is way harder to parse because there's way more types and different kinds of data and stuff, where shaders is pretty simple in terms of C-based. What the heck is this? It is half pink. Oh my god, I think it baked my reflection probe with the pink lighting. That's kind of funny. Oh, there it goes. So what I'm gonna do is I need to make it so it detects this. Like it detects this instead. So I gotta make sure this is the only way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is totally jank code, but it works, so that's what matters. seen the Stack Overflow page on that? No. I guess there's multiple Stack Overflow pages on that. Anyways, this looks good. That works. I feel like this needs more detail though, but I guess it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I mean, actually, what if I make the texture higher resolution? Visible there at like extreme angles, but the detail kind of disappears against the sun. Why does my camera go from either like insanely fast to like goes from like either a very big amount to a very small amount? I guess that's just like the way this is. I can obviously scale up more normal map, but that's disgusting. Looks like an overly high contrast image. Actually, it isn't too bad like that. I'm gonna be honest, I think the graphics are pretty good so far. Like, I got the sand texture right, I think. Just clips straight through the rock. Actually good, I think. All right, so just to be clear, so this is what the ambient lighting looks like with my fix. This toggle button doesn't work. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. What? Diffuse reflection equals toggle equals specular. Oh. So then this is the default. Oh, I've still got a bunch of errors in my code. This is good to test. Specular times RDF data. Wait, where are these errors coming from now? Undeclared identifier distance square. I don't know what's breaking right here. It's almost like it's highlighting the wrong code as being wrong. I actually have no clue where these errors are coming from. It's listing all these errors, and when I open it up, it shows this, which I'm fairly certain is one of these parentheses not being closed. But which one is it? All of these are closed. I'm so confused. That just fixed it. What? What? How? So wait, let's try. So how do I reload this file? No, I didn't mean to build. Oh no. Alright, let me see. Visual Studio, force refresh file. I wonder if this HLSL file that's weird. Oh no. Oh no. It corrupted my file. Oh no. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna either need to reinstall reinstall Universal Render Pipeline, or I'm actually gonna need to copy this file from my other project. Yeah, and thank God I have a backup in another project. Yeah, so whatever my code is doing right now, it's corrupting it. And it's obviously this new code I added. Equals -1, index of, return indirect specular. Oh yeah, and this return C. I get it. I get it. I need to detect the end of it like this. And then the other time I need to detect the end of it like this. Okay. Now we can do it. Okay. All right. It's gonna be funny if this just breaks everything again. Nice. Okay. Now I can show this off. So this is what it looks like without my lighting fix. Few things to notice. Notice how the ambient lighting actually has like varying lighting. There's actually shading on like the normal maps. It's actually really nice. And if you note, when my directional light is 1, actually this probably isn't something that's going to show up right now, but something that's going to get fixed. There's actually a bunch of stuff it isn't going to show in this. It's funny if this just throws errors again. This isn't going to show off like the specular fix or anything because all the materials here are diffuse. At least I don't think it will. I feel like there actually is a tiny bit of specular light even in the diffuse objects. Alright, so now you can see with unities, I don't know if you can tell, but the gamma's wrong. Like, I don't know if you see how it gets bright there, but then it's like way darker here. So that's the gamma correct. And if you look at this ambient area, the ambient lighting is so bad. Look at it, it's just flat lighting. This is like PlayStation 1 lighting, dude. This is PlayStation 1 lighting right here. How do I turn off the grid again? Like, look at this. It's completely flat. It's so bad. And actually, I can probably show off the specular fix just from probably doing this. Actually, I'm not sure if this is going to fix that. I think this is just the reflection probe being insanely bright, but I'm not sure. Super white light right there. Oh my god, it made it way more bright. Yeah, I should have known that the gamma makes it way brighter. So I'm really curious, where is this? Oh, okay. That super bright light is from the sky. That makes a lot more sense. Maybe specular not work or something. No, it works. I just think it's way too bright. I actually think I should have disabled the environment map for this test. I feel like that's way too bright on the horizon. I don't know why, but that, how it's like insanely white right here, that feels wrong. That feels like it's too bright to me. I'm just using the default skybox, so I'm not even sure. Definitely seems like it is way too bright though. Seems more correct when it's metallic. It is good lighting though. Like their specular is good. It uses GGX, like the modern BRDF. So actually, I need to disable reflection probes to actually show off what I was talking about. It's still doing it. I forgot that if there's no reflection probe, it uses this. Okay. Here we go. I want to see what this looks like compared. Oh my god, it actually looks pretty much... Oh wait, it was on Unity's lighting. Well, that is how metallic surfaces are supposed to work. Normal maps look weird. This is because I have the I have intensified the normals. I've scaled up the normal maps by 2. I think I'm finally happy with the shaders and the lighting. Whew. Yay. Woo. At least for now, until I find the next thing. Alright, I think I want to make this terrain higher resolution. And I'm not sure if 10,000 units is too big. It might be too big. Alright. So first of all, I'm going to flatten it. And now I'm going to try to build like a crater. Oh wait, is that the maximum height the terrain can be? Why can it only get that high? I guess that's 600 units tall. I don't know. That still doesn't seem that high. Is the terrain height really that limited? That does seem to be as high as it can get. See how high this looks from the player's perspective. Yeah, actually that's probably tall enough. Yeah, you can really see the mapping on the normal maps there, the bands. Right there. I don't know if we could use some dithering or maybe anisotropic filtering. I can try anisotropic filtering. No. Oh, that's shadow maps. Oh, that's not so it's not even from the normal maps. It's from the shadows which are being displayed by the normal maps. Oh my god. Alright, well I might keep this like bluff here. I'll continue building my my crater. Oh, we're under the terrain now. I can't remember. How does my player acceleration go currently? It's just constant. I'm almost thinking I want to make the player move at a constant speed. Like, I feel like that's the challenge. Or like, moving at varying speeds is like really weird. I'll try doing constant acceleration here. So it should just start out at maximum 100 speed. Nice. Like, this is probably a bit too bright. That's really weird. It's almost like I'm glitching into the ground. I gotta find like the perfect brightness. I'll probably just end up putting my auto exposure script on this in the end. I just realized I don't think the terrain is casting shadows. Oh no, it is. Here we are. There's our terrain shadows. This map may be way too big. Just maybe. I might have the scale of this all off. My whole logic is, though, make player big. My logic is it's better to have like map like this that's too big, and then if I ever want to add in stuff in some area, I have room. Whereas if I design the map small from the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, you almost need to redesign the map to make it bigger. But when it's like too big, you can just have, I don't know how to explain it. So my plan is to try to do like a I don't know how to describe it. I just also remembered I have a camera in this mesh, so I probably want to fix that up. But I want to make it so it's like this is like a cliff. That's the whole thing. Like the size of the textures, I have to choose where you're gonna view it from. I think that's just like a classic problem though, is that textures just kind of fade to the color of their maps in the distance. But I don't know. Maybe actually. That's actually good. It's actually not bad. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, so the idea with this is supposed to be that, like, this sand dune right here is, like, built up against the rock. But I think I made this rock way too big. Alright, I think the map's too big. That actually looks pretty good though. I'm actually happy with Unity's rendering at the moment. This is too big though. I actually think this is too big. Like way too big. I'm gonna start messing around with stuff and adding I don't know, adding more stuff. It's weird how that looks like pixelated. Or like it has flat shading on it. Huh. Alright, the controls are pretty good. I'm gonna make it a bit more delayed. So I think if I lower the drag, it'll really lower how quick the turning is. Oh yeah, or it's when it hits the ground and gets friction. Okay. So let me try putting friction to 0. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, it still changes every time it hits. That's weird. Is my terrain physics material set too? Wait. Where do I set the terrain physics material? Am I blind? Oh, I have it set to the player. Oh, is it because of the bounce? It's weird how it just all of a sudden switches directions. That's really weird. I think I have to fix my math. I think instead of just doing the max speed times the difference, I also need to do something like dot product forward dot forward compared to normalized. And then maybe math.max between these. I'm curious if Unity's normalization has protection from not a numbers. Oh god, what's happening? Bye. I think this is backwards. I think I'm supposed to have this be minus. So that way it actually adds when it's the opposite direction. Oh my god. Yeah. I need to stop it from going so insanely fast. It just keeps speeding up, I think. Normalize 0, return vector with length 1 in most game engines. Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll return not a number, though, if I feed in a bad vector that's all 0. Alright, how do I make it move slower now? That's actually what I want, where it's switching directions. But what ends up happening is it ends up adding this much past velocity deer. So maybe I just need to add a limit. I literally just need to add the equivalent of like a terminal velocity. Oh, cool info. They actually didn't used to have this. So then I think if body.velocity.magnitude bigger than so then I need to scale down the magnitude. So I need to scale this down so that it equals max speed. I'm not exactly sure actually the math for this. Actually, wait, I'm dumb. Max speed divided by vel mag. At least I think. Wait, let's think about this. So if let's say our max speed is 3 and our current velocity is 4. So it'll multiply 4 by 3 divided by 4, which I believe gives us 3. Wonderful. Okay, I'm on right track. Basic game dev stuff. Oh yeah, okay, that's so nice. So now I can add my own drag system to it. So these little things on the ground are made to like practice driving around. Give me like point of reference for how big some stuff is. Okay. So I still have drag on there even though it doesn't really matter anymore. What I'm going to want to change, So right now this isn't based off of this isn't based off of delta time. So if people run at a different frame rate, they'll actually get different speeds. So I want to think about how I want to do this. Maybe just making it the direction it's going would be good, but this increasing to max speed is also I guess if I multiply this by time.delta time, it should take a second to ramp up to full speed. That might actually be good. Oh yeah, that might be a bit too slow changing directions. Oh my god, that actually is really nice though. You can get like drifting going. Woo. I feel like that might actually be good. It's got kind of a skill to it, which is exactly what I'm going for. But I can also change the rate that it does this. Like, let's try making it 10 times faster. So now that literally looks like it goes to like a faster speed. I guess it just goes faster while it's turning. So I was saying before how I kind of want this to be like a Flash game. Where it takes like you like build up and get better engines and make your thing go faster. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna call it a spaceship or like racing pod or what. I don't know if I like this as much. It doesn't seem to drift as much. I like it with the bit of drifting. I almost feel like 3D modeling, like rough, even just like a rough prototype of the racing pod that's going to be around the player. You know what I also forgot to check? So apparently there's a bug in this version of Unity where transparent materials don't get shadows. And now I'm scared that that's true. So let's try it. Transparent, alpha blending, additive, multiplied. Nice. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, it looks like transparent objects work completely. And the pre-multiplied blending is, the pre-multiplied blending is actually broken. Look at that. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait. Is that broken? It definitely looks too bright. It looks like overexposed. I think that's just the way pre-multiplied blending is. Let's try some different blending modes. There we go, that actually looks better. So I think, yeah, it's just getting the right material options. Alright. I think I might model a spaceship. I'm just gonna go get some water. And then we'll try making a little, like, spaceship shape. Oh my god, all the keybinds are different than Unity. I might merge these, I think. If I can. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, maybe just... I guess what I really want is a rotation. So that, yeah, these are flat at the bottom. So here's my thing. On the computer, on PC, all you're gonna see is out this front window. So I don't even know how much of this I want to render. Like, I'm thinking this is just gonna be see-through glass, and there's maybe gonna be some like support beams or something. But in VR, like the whole plan with this is to try and mess around with VR. So this would be like a little cockpit type thing. But the whole thing is as well, like, I'm not going to bother putting a bunch of detail in this thing that's going to be pretty much behind you the whole time, except for the few times you look behind you. It really bugs me, the coordinate system being different in Blender. But it's the way it is. So then here's my other thing. If this is a different material, I'm thinking, I guess these will just be sub-meshes. So none of this stuff is actually going to matter inside Unity because it's going to replace all of this. I'm not sure whether or not I want to do... I almost feel like using cycles for this. I'm not a fan of Eevee, but why can't I create a new material? Like what? Like this is a new material slot, but it doesn't create a new material. That's so bad. Modern software is a mess. Wait, wait. So it's glass? It's so hard to tell if I can even see through it. Maybe I should go in. Maybe I should go in cycles. Cycles is like so. The path tracer is so easy to tell what is what when you have full shading. Yeah, there we go. So there's the glass. See, I think Eevee just straight up doesn't work in terms of some of these shaders like glass. Now that it's refractive, that's like my GPU's working. Yep, Blender. I think I'm gonna change this light. I can't remember, there's a way to turn on 3D transparent rendering, isn't there? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot. Blender, you bake lighting in Blender? No, no, I'm just using Blender to view it. What is this? How do I close this? I don't want you here. You stupid menu. There we go. There we go. Oh my god. When I run this path tracer, it makes me drop frames. When I run this glass BSDF. Or BRDF. Oh, wait, I know why. It's running on my CPU. This might crash. Yeah, stream froze for some reason. Hopefully it'll be better now. Let's see. Nope, it's still lagging. It's just the way it is. I guess I could turn down the bounces. Nope, still encoding overload, whatever. So I'll just keep it. Hey, said who? I wish there was a way to preview this glass shader though. I swear they used to have a way to enable transparency shading in Blender without doing the path tracing. My glass material isn't transparent in Eevee. This is exactly my problem. Oh my, I can't. There we go. I couldn't drag the browser window onto Blender. Some options require extra configuration. Select a suitable blend mode. Oh, alpha blending. Oh, alpha blending's a thing. Maybe? It's still not transparent. Blender has volumetric stuff for Eevee render that have to be set before complex volumetric. I mean, this is just glass, though. Maybe a need for transparent meshes. Yeah, I mean, it could be. It's just weird to me how the glass isn't see-through. Oh. Yeah. So, like... This is alright. But I want it to be partially see-through. And alpha doesn't change anything. Index of refraction kind of changes stuff. There is incorrect. You can actually see a back face rendering through there. Back face culling. Surface translucency. Alpha clip. Alpha hash. Alpha blend. No. So I'm thinking, I think I know what this is. I think the alpha is set in the nodes here. I think. I actually don't know. No, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna look on YouTube. Oh, so apparently the glass shader just doesn't work in Eevee how it's supposed to. It's a cycle shader. Or a cycles node. So I basically just want a basic transparent BSDF like this. Translucent. Now this is weird. I think this is supposed to be a volume. None of these do what I want. I guess I'm just gonna go with the transparent and tint it a tiny bit to simulate glass. Oh man, I feel like Eevee's actually a step back. Oh my god. Wait a minute. No, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. So yeah, I guess translucent is the best, or the transparent is the best I'm gonna get. Oh, did I disable backface culling? So I'm almost thinking, because you're just gonna view this from this perspective, there's no like double-sided shader in Unity, is there? Actually, there is a cull face option, I think, now. Let me check. Render face, both. Yes. Okay. There we go. Nice, so I can set that in Unity. Alright. Now I'm thinking I actually want like a little chair here for the player. Thinking you can simulate anything using multiple cameras, most likely. But I'd like to do everything as easy as possible. So I'm just trying to think about this as well, like, so it's kind of hard to scroll around in Blender like this, but there's not a, is there a way to increase your field of view from here either? Anyways, this is what it's gonna be like on PC. How do, oh, Morame, you know this. How do I do the first person camera mode again? Fly navigation? Or is it, I think it's walk navigation. What I really want is I just want the camera to not circle around. Okay, there we go. Now I just need to increase field of view. Anyways, like this is where the player is going to view from. On PC, you're not really going to see anything. But on VR, you're going to be able to like look down. And you're going to be able to like see the walls and stuff. So there might be a chair down here. I think I'm going to do like some shitty texturing here where this isn't just going to be gray. It's going to have some like... I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. How would I increase the field of view here? Do I just increase the field of view on this camera and then it'll carry over, maybe? No. Hold on. I'll Google this. Blender change field of view of viewport camera. Field of view for viewport. devtalk.blender. Camera settings for viewport should have field of view in degrees. Oh, right here. Nice. Perfect. I can't remember, what is the hotkey for walk? I could swear there's a hotkey for walk navigation. Alright, that's better. I gotta say, for being completely free and open source, Blender is insane. I guess just in terms of how much stuff there is in it now. Okay. So I feel like this is supposed to be futuristic, and I feel like in the future it's not just gonna be like a chair. It's gonna be like a trench that you like lie in type thing. I don't know. I suck at 3D modeling, so... So I'm actually thinking there's gonna be a little... I don't know what to call this, like a barrier. It really bugs me how the EV lighting is constantly doing that. I wish there was a way you could like view it with lighting. You know Pinterest? Yes, I do know Pinterest. Whenever my cousins and shit tell me about stuff, they're like, oh yeah, I get this on Pinterest. And I'm like, I don't go on that part of the internet much. Use this site for source of templates of design. I'm not really lacking templates and stuff. I'm more lacking the ability to actually turn it into a 3D model. That doesn't line up. It's so scuffed. Oh my god, it's just hanging out the side. I'm gonna try and match it up to the aspect ratio, and then I'll scale the whole thing up. Alright, that's pretty good. It's fine if it clips out the side a little bit, I think. How do I want this to be laid out? Wait, can I not subdivide multiple faces at once? I could have sworn you could subdivide multiple faces. I guess maybe it has to be edge now. Oh my god, it is triggering me how you can't just click the... So... Oh my god. Instead of clicking these faces that I'm trying to click, it clicks this icon. It's actually the dumbest thing ever. So this is the cockpit. I actually think that's a decent shape. Maybe rotate it up a bit more, but... Creating normals for this may be complicated. Yeah, I'm still not sure. I still need to do texturing for it too. go back and view it from the inside. I wish there was a quicker way to get to walk. Alright. I actually like this view. It feels like a sort of cockpit. So I think I'm gonna do like a, since it's supposed to be futuristic, this stuff on the side is gonna have like flashy lights and stuff, and the whole idea is gonna be that you're gonna have like a UI of like a hologram that tells you your speed and stuff to the side. And the whole idea is that the lights on like the side of your chair are what are like projecting that. The whole idea as well for this is to practice the idea of creating VR UIs where the UI actually has to be like a thing in the world beside you. You don't want it to be a thing that's like snapped to your screen. You can say your whole idea for 1 minute, but implementing it will take weeks. I don't know about that. For just like a UI thing beside the player. I don't know if I want to save this Blender file. I hate saving like the Blender files in the Unity folder because it just automatically imports it. I'm just gonna save it in the folder that was already open. So what are these things called again? Greebles, I think. Greeble Nerney is a prominent detail adding to the surface of a larger object that makes it appear more complex and therefore more visually interesting, gives the audience an impression of increased scale. The detail can be made from simple geometric primitives or machinery. Greebles are often present on models or drawings of fictional aircraft or architectural constructs in science fiction. Doing that in Blender would just increase the poly count so much. Oh my god, textures.com's got bread now, dude. Look at this. Oh my god, it's so HD. HD bread. Oh my god, it's a 3D object scan. It's 300 megabytes for a mesh. 300 megabytes. 300 megabytes for a bread mesh. Oh my god. Tried some textures from that, it's bad. Really? The textures from here look great. They're like perfectly photo scanned. So I think I'm going to want to put something like this inside my spaceship. Like this sci-fi panel, sci-fi floor. I may even want to change the textures the player upgrades, but I'll just start with something simple. What if I made it like a circuit board? I feel like this one, these two are really good. Hold on, I'll be right back.